everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today on In the Kitchen with Sandy I am sharing with you one of my favorite fall breakfast casserole recipes. This is absolutely amazing. It combines everything that you love about breakfast. You've got your eggs, your potatoes, your sausage, your onions, your peppers. What else are we putting in there? All kinds of goodness. All kinds of goodness. Let's go ahead and get started while I sip on my pumpkin spice latte. Somebody's playing with their toy over there. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, guys, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to start off cutting up our veggies. Like I said, I'm going to use some onions and some peppers. These are just the nice little sweet peppers. These have already been washed. If you have bell peppers at home and prefer to use those, that's perfectly fine. I'm just using what I have on hand. Plus, I think the color of these is absolutely beautiful because you've got the green, the red. I'm sorry, guys, that's my husband texting me. Orange and yellow. And I think this is going to make an absolutely beautiful, beautiful casserole. And we're also going to cut up some onion as well. So we're going to get this onion cut up. And I'm going to dice it rather small because, you know, this is a casserole. And I just kind of like my veggies you know, small when I'm making like a breakfast casserole. Any of my other casseroles I really don't mind, but for these, for the breakfast casserole, I like to make them nice and small. I tell you what, this bag of onions that I bought is really the strongest onions I believe I've ever bought. It is crazy. You know, at times I have to just stand back and cut and hope that I don't get my fingers because, you know, they're so strong that I really, really can't see. We're going to use about half of a small onion, and that's really basically it for the onion anyway. Guys, I got to get these cut up. Real tears from the onions. All right, we're going to get started on the peppers here as well now that I got the onion mess cleaned up. Oh my goodness, these things are super, super strong. Look at the colors of these. Aren't these absolutely beautiful? And what I'm doing is just cut, oh, I just love the smell of these. I'm just going to cut the seeds and stuff out. Just cut the innards. Just cut the innards out. I might give them a quick rinsing as well. But we're just going to go ahead and just cut those. Oh, I love these things. You know what? I don't know why I'm doing it that way. It makes it harder to cut. I act like I don't know what I'm doing, don't I? But I'm just going to cut these in like small little cubes. Just like so. And then I'm going to toss them into my bowl with my onions. You know, I don't care about separating them. They're all going the same place anyway, am I right? And again, we're just doing like small little cubes. You can cut yours how you like them. If you'd rather do them like the julienne type to make them a little bit more prettier. You do you, boo, you know? Now, to my pan, I'm going to add some sausage. And this is just the regular breakfast sausage. Don't ask me why I cut it in half. Don't ask me. Then we're just going to break this up. You can use your hands. You can use your feet. No, I'm just kidding. You can't use your feet. We're going to let it start cooking up here. I'm just going to break that up a little bit. Let it get started. It'll be easier to break up once. You know what? I'm going with my hands. Your hands is the best utensil that you have. Trust and believe. Now, some people like to... get a spoon here, or a little bowl here. Some people like to cut their potatoes up and cook them prior to putting them in there, but I'm going to show you what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to make this nice and simple. I like to just take my potatoes and shred them, whole potatoes, right into that meat. But tell you why. Number one, I like it better that way. And number two, it makes for cooking them more quickly. Because if you put them in the chunk way, then you have to really cook your potato first a little bit before you can add it to your casserole. Because potatoes don't cook up that quickly in the oven like that. That is perfect. I think that is the perfect amount of potatoes and sausage ratio. I've got little potatoes all over me. So I'm just going to brown this up. I'm going to see how much grease renders out of it. I might have to drain a little bit off. I'm going to add my onions and peppers to it. And then we're just going to proceed with this magnificent recipe. Alright, the potatoes and eggs are coming together beautifully. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do is the sausages. I said potato and eggs. Potato and sausage. The sausage is not quite there yet, done-wise, but I want to go ahead and add in my onions and peppers because I want to go ahead and give them a little bit of time to cook as well. You know, because they're not going to, I don't want them still super crispy while they're in my casserole. I don't mind a little bit of bite to them, but they still need to be cooked just a little bit. Oh my goodness, look at those colors. That is absolutely beautiful. We're going to continue to cook this until the sausage is done, or mostly done. I just want to get it mainly broke up because it doesn't really matter if it's all the way done because you're going to throw it in the oven anyway and it's going to cook for an additional probably about 15 to 20 minutes. So, oh my gosh, this smells so good. Alright, now while I've got my sausage going on in the background there, and it's just about there, and I'm going to use 6 eggs for that pound of sausage. I always check my eggs to make sure that they're not broken. Do you guys do that? You check your eggs to make sure that they're not broken before you cook those? I was always taught to do that because, you know, if they're broken, then bacteria and germs and stuff can get in there. And I mean, it can really, really make you sick. Even though you check them at the grocery store, or you should be checking them at the grocery store before you bring them home, you should also be checking them before you use them. Because you never know, one might just, you know, get broke somehow. Now I'm going to take my fork. My nose is still running from those onions. And I'm just going to whisk this together. Alright, I'm going to add some cheese to this. You can use sharp, you can use mild, whatever you have on hand. You can use Mexican cheese. You can, you know, make it your own, friends. Make it your own. Any type of cheese you want to use. Provolone. Make it anything you want to make it. And my dogs come run in here because they know. They know. I throw cheese out there when I'm using this kind of cheese. I'm just going to mix that in there really well. And normally I don't put milk in my scrambled eggs, but when I'm making this casserole, I like to do that because it makes the casserole a little bit more fluffier, if you know what I mean. Take your casserole dish like so. Slam it on the counter one good time. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to pour our mixture right in the bottom there. Look at that. It's going to be a nice hearty casserole. I'll get out of your way in just a second. Ah, it smells so good. I love sausage and onions. Sausage and onions and pepper together. I'm scraping all that goodness off the bottom of that because that has so much flavor down there. My husband texted me and asked me what I was doing or what I was cooking. I said, I'm making a breakfast casserole. He's at work. He said, go ahead and swing it by. Look at that, lovely. And now we're just going to pour the eggs right over top with the cheese mixture. Give it a stir. more cheese. Then we're just going to pop this in a 375-degree oven for about 15 or 20 minutes until the eggs are nice and done. And it goes. Look at that beauty. Look how beautiful this casserole is. What I forgot to tell you and I forgot to show you is I put pepper in this and salt. I also used a little bit of onion salt. I used more onion salt than I did regular salt. We're going to add just a little bit of parsley flakes for color. This is absolutely amazing. I think that you guys are going to love this. Now I'm going to just let it sit here for about 10 minutes to let it cool and settle nicely. It was in the oven for 20 minutes exactly. We're going to let it cool. We're going to cut into it. My house smells amazing. And then I'm going to show you exactly what it looks like. All right, guys, I want you to look at this beauty. Let's get it down there so we can get cutting into it. I let it rest for about 10 minutes so everything can, you know, just come together. Look at this. Absolutely gorgeous. And like I said, it cooked for about 20 minutes exactly in the oven. See how that cheese is like nice and brown on top. Let's take it out. Let me try it onto my plate because I wouldn't have it any other way. Look how beautiful that is. It's still nice and moist on the inside, and you can see the little potatoes, you know, dancing around through it, and the sausage and the peppers. Now, for the true test, I got my fork in hand. Oh my goodness. So lovely. Y'all better be making this soon. It is phenomenal. You're gonna like it. Your family's gonna like it. It's easy. It's a casserole. It screams fall. Oh, you know I love you guys very much. I appreciate you, and I'll see you on the next episode of Veggies with Sandy. Bye. Welcome back to my channel, and today on In the Kitchen